Hello, my Mecto brothers, back again for another video. And this time what I want to talk about is something that's been brought up quite a bit, but I wanted to tackle it from an esoteric point of view. And it's something that Thinking Ape calls male mother need. Now, male mother need, since Stardust in its first iteration and then Thinking Ape later on, it's been passed around the MGTOW community, but it's never really been fully explained, at least not to my satisfaction. Now, as far as I'm concerned, since I'm old school, male mother need has been around for a long time, and it's anyone that's ever had children, you've probably noticed it. That your children, no matter what you do, seem to cling to their mother more than they cling to you. And that's what I noticed with my children. That no matter what their mother did, they always took her side of the equation. Now, some 20 years ago, I was sitting in a particular class with my spiritual teacher, way back in the mid-90s. And the thought came up, we were talking about something similar. So I point blank asked him, why is it that children are more attached to their mother than their father? Is it nurturing? Is it how they're raised? Society? What is it? And in his own simple way, he just looked at me and he said, it's because children are made from the mother's material, from the mother's cells. That's where they get their nourishment from. And that's why they have a resonant bond to the mother. It comes directly from the womb with the first inception. And at the time, it blew me away because it was so simple and it made so much sense. It was something that I had never thought of. That, of course, the child will be imprinted with the mother's signature just because her cells are imprinted with her own particular signature. It made more sense to me than anything else. And for 20 years, I've never really even questioned it. Even talking to friends who've lost their mother or were raised by fathers, that particular bond was so strong between mother and child that was almost seemed unbreakable. I've seen a lot of friends who had incomplete relationships with their mother struggle with their relationship with women, always trying to find that mothering that they didn't get, or that bond that they didn't get from their mother. It made me realize that the children actually needed their mother more than they needed me at the particular time. Now, in my opinion, children do much better when raised by their father. If it's going to be a single parent, I do believe that children do better in the world as far as success when raised by their father. But psychologically, that hole from their mother needs to be filled, and vice versa. Women who abandon their children are never filled completely because that longing for that child will always be there. Now, I've never made a video about this because it's a personal belief and it has a lot to do with my particular brand of religion. So I didn't think it was appropriate to bring it up in a MGTOW channel. That was until I saw a video posted by The Dark Knight about Microchimerism. And in Microchimerism, they were finding that fetal cells or fetal DNA are crossing the placental barrier and actually implanting themselves or making themselves a part of the mother's body, and vice versa. They found these cells lodged in all parts of the woman's body, especially the brain. But they also found the fetal cells in her heart, her liver, in her nervous system. So that made absolutely a lot of sense. They've also found that non-fraternal twins, where there's a boy and a girl, the Y chromosomes were also detected in the female twin, and the reason it's Y chromosome, those are easily detected as foreign cells in a woman's body. So that shows that mother and child are swapping DNA. In other words, there's DNA from the woman found in the child, and there's DNA from the child found in the woman. So that makes perfect sense that that bond would actually be there, because there's a little bit of themselves in each other. And that's almost exactly what my spiritual teacher was telling me 20 years ago. That male mother need, or the woman's connection, mother's connection to the child, is not only a spiritual component but a biological component. And I wouldn't be surprised if that nature had done that so that the mother would have an instant bond to her offspring. So it's no wonder that men carry this longing inside of them all their lives, and it's probably daughters too. The need for mothering, because the mother has been imprinted not only on their psyche but also in their cells, in their bodies. So that longing and that emptiness that men feel makes sense. That need for a mother's approval, and also that need by boys to protect their mother, it also makes sense. So to get over women is not only a mental connection but also a physical connection that goes sometimes even beyond the sex drive. I thought this was interesting. Let me know what you fellas think about this. It's something that I have thought about and I have actually seen in practice over the last 25 years. So that inspired me not only to do this one, but I'm going to do another one talking about mystic marriage or intermarriage and individuation, and how that relates to the esoteric male and female, but also Jung's interpretation of yin and yang. So look out for the next one. I'm going to close this one out. So drop me a note. Tell me what you think, and I'll get back at you.